humans! Look who just arrived, my new best friend, HomePod Mini. As I mentioned in some of my previous videos, I am pretty deep into the Apple ecosystem and I have 8 HomePods throughout my home, and I can talk to Siri pretty much everywhere in the house, but not really everywhere. So there are a few rooms that I did not want to spend the money to buy a full-size HomePod. So I was really excited when Apple announced the HomePod Mini, because at 99 bucks I thought this is a great way to have access to Siri everywhere, not have to carry my phone with me all the time, and because my entire home is controlled using HomeKit, which I'm going to make a video about that soon to share with you guys. And yeah, so I bought it the second it came out, and people started receiving theirs a couple days ago, and I just got mine, and I'm gonna unbox it and set it up and tell you guys what I think about it. I heard great things. There are great reviews online already that talk about how great the HomePod Mini sounds. I doubt that it's gonna sound as good or as loud or have as much bass as the original HomePod, but I think at the price point that it has at 99 bucks, I think it can be a really interesting product. Let's take a look at it together. All right. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, let's open it up. Ooh, hello. Oh, it's smaller than I thought, and lighter too. Wonder how it sounds. We're gonna know very soon. So it comes in the box, just HomePod, nice little braided cable, which I think was just confirmed online, is not removable at all. The HomePod, the original HomePod is not supposed to be removable, but you can actually pull it out and it does come out. A lot of people don't know, but it is removable, not on this one. So do not try to pull on the cord. Okay, what else? Just, I guess, USB-C charger. Okay, that's it. HomePod with the cable attached to it and a USB-C charger. The HomePod Mini measures 3.3 inches tall with a circumference of around 3.8 inches, and it is covered in the same mesh fabric of the original HomePod. It features an Apple-designed full-range driver and force-canceling passive radiators for 360-degree audio that is pretty balanced and with pretty good bass for its size. There are 4 microphones built into the device, which are used to help cancel noise and to listen for Siri commands. You can also use the HomePod Mini to send intercom messages to other HomePods in your home, which is a new feature that was introduced to HomePods with iOS 14. Just like on the full-size HomePod, there's a backlit touch surface on the top, which you can use to adjust volume and manually trigger Siri. All HomePods feature a version of iOS that enables, among other things, computational audio, which is basically a fancy way to say it fine-tunes the sound quality in real time, and other smart features like acting as a HomeKit hub for remote access to your HomeKit devices. The HomePod Mini is also the first Apple device to feature Thread, a new wireless protocol that improves efficiency and security inside your smart home network, and that experts say has the potential to be the next big thing in IoT devices. All right, let's turn it on and see how it sounds and set it up and everything. Okay, so for now I'm going to bypass the USB-C charger that comes in the box because I have a USB-C port here on the bottom of my table. So let's do that. And wait for it to turn on. If you're not familiar with how HomePods are set up, it could not be any easier. As it turns on and you approach your iPhone to it, a message will pop up on the screen of the iPhone. Ooh, nice, see? Right there. Okay, let's set this guy up. Set up. What room? Okay, use personal requests. Continue, transfer settings. Nice, you just point your camera at it just like the original HomePod. In this case, because the device is a lot smaller, the entire top of it lights up instead of just the middle of it like on the big HomePods. And it's just doing its thing, updating the settings, adding my Apple ID account to it and everything. So it should be good to go as soon as it finishes joining my Wi-Fi network, downloading all the different settings and my account settings and stuff, and it should be good to go. It's taking a little too long. I hope it's because it's doing it right, so I don't have to reset it and do it again, which happened before with some of my other HomePods. Dun, 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 dun. I may have to cut this out because I don't know if I can use this tune without paying royalties. Okay, so it still says configuring on the Home app, but I can just tell it to play something, I guess. Play In the Stone by Earth, Wind & Fire.
Now playing In the Stone by Earth, Wind & Fire.
It's definitely a room-filling sound. It's not as deep in terms of bass as the original HomePod, but sounds really great for the size. I'd say that I'd compare this maybe to the Sonos One. It's definitely not as deep or as room-filling as a Sonos Play 3 or Play 5, for example, if you don't have HomePods, and it's definitely not as room-filling as the original HomePod, but at 99 bucks, it sounds really, really great. I'd say the closest thing you can compare it to when it comes to what it sounds like in relationship to the size of the device is the Wii Wonderboom, which is a great little Bluetooth speaker that is a little bit bigger than the HomePod Mini and actually sounds a little louder too, but when you dial the volume all the way up, it doesn't sound as good. It distorts a little and it sounds a little more metallic. The sound at the top of the volume, the sound in the HomePod Mini sounds more balanced and more pleasant, at least to my taste. And also, of course, the HomePod Mini has all the great Siri features and all the things that you can do because it is a smart speaker, and the Wonderboom is a Bluetooth speaker that sounds great. That's it. It doesn't have any smart features. Another really cool thing about the HomePod Mini is the fact that just like with the big HomePods, if you have two of them in the same room, you can connect them together and create a stereo pair, which leads to a much more immersive sound experience. I haven't tried it with the HomePod Mini. I've done it with the big HomePods and it works flawlessly. It's great and it sounds amazing. But I imagine the experience with the HomePod Mini is going to be very similar and just not as loud and not as deep in terms of bass. But it's really cool that you have the ability to do that too. Unfortunately, a really cool feature that was introduced with the big HomePods recently, which was the Dolby Atmos support, it did not trickle down to the HomePod Mini. I imagine it has something to do with the number of drivers that it has and the number of speakers, and unfortunately that is only available on the big HomePod, but you can still create a stereo pair and have a great sound experience with the HomePod Mini just without Dolby Atmos. Okay, so the big question, or maybe the small question is in this case, is should you get one? I definitely think that at 99 bucks, and considering how great it sounds for this size, I think the HomePod Mini is kind of a no-brainer. The big HomePod costs, the official retail price is $299. You can find it for around 250 bucks, sometimes even less than that. But I really do think that at 99 bucks, the HomePod Mini is a great way to enter into the world of HomePods, and now it supports things like Spotify and Pandora. You can set those apps as your default music apps. It plays podcasts and a bunch of other stuff. Considering everything that it does and how great it sounds for the price, I think the HomePod Mini is a no-brainer, and I definitely recommend it. Alright everybody, that's it for my review of the HomePod Mini. Hopefully you found it useful and it helped you decide if you should get one or not. And if you liked the video, please remember to hit like below and to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other reviews like this one, and unboxings, and really cool Fanboy original products that you can download and 3D print at home yourself, and much, much more. Alright, catch you on the next one. Fanboy out!